Hello, it's FreshAir. Boy, do I have a download for you. Whew. Wow. What the? Wow. That is crazy energy you gave me. I don't say names personally, but your first name might start with the C. I wanted to speak to you on our talk about how we view each other, how we see each other, the energy that maybe I possess and I've been given to you. I personally can relate to obsession. I can relate to a trigger. I can relate to having a hunch of material that when you first come attached to it, it becomes you. It succumbs to you. So what does that mean? When we're given an opportunity to see something differently, we sometimes, it takes a life of its own, okay? Now, how does that make sense? Okay, how can I preach this if I'm doing it the same when I'm staying with God, right? Okay, how do I explain this? If we get attached to something, a material or a person or a hunch, something that drives you, your energy, a magnet, you know what I'm saying? It's like driving your focus, you get what I'm saying? And you focus so much on that, it starts distracting you. It starts getting you starting to hear things differently. It starts to have you manifest things differently. It makes you consumed by the vibrations and energy that comes from that source. Now, if that source is pure and holy and it has longevity, it stands the test of time, you can't be comparable, you can't be, there's no other comparisons. I gotta be real with myself. So yes, if you come across material that is above normal, above the norm, especially the energy, amount of energy I possess and put out through my material, it shows very clearly, very, very, very clearly what's going on. And the best thing to do is stay focused in the moments. I can redirect my attention to something else that is more focused on positive things. Now, listening to material and listening to, let's say you're listening to my stuff, you know, my material that I talk about on a daily basis. Now, these are time-stamped, meaning like most of the messages are meant for when you are supposed to hear it. But unfortunately, if we consume ourselves in hours of it, we tend to forget what we were learning from like 10 videos before that. You get what I'm saying? So it's almost like you have to try to take me in moderation. Does that make sense? You can only take so much of me, fresh air. You know, they always say, too much of something will kill you. Too much of something, well, yes. You know, that goes with anything. Too much consumption of something can overwhelm you. And so there's fine balance of like material that you can listen to before it's like, oh. And then the addictive part is you get into a certain feeling and that's your driving force then. It feels like, oh my gosh, I want to learn more. I've never heard somebody like this. And I get that. It's very triggering for somebody to come across fresh air, high priestess, a chosen one, to hear the truth. It's almost like you found a gold mine of opportunity to hear the truth. And all the entities that I possess, the creativity, the mindset, the love that I have for God and Jesus Christ, and I devoted my life to Him. Meaning, I sacrificed a lot of stuff to get to this point. Meaning, it's not exactly entirely everybody's path in life. Do you get what I'm saying? So what I possess may not be obtainable by others, because of my strengths, my, you know what I'm saying, in the life experiences. We all have different paths in life. We all have different experiences in life. We all have different ideas in life. But I also have the skills to basically unlock that imagination, that creativity, and being focused in the moment. Focused in the moment, you could tend to lose track of time sometimes. I get that. When you're focused solely in the moment, literally you lose track of time. You can very, very easily. It's almost like I not neurologically unlocked some mind endorphins or anything like that. It's just over time with practice, you can literally massage your consciousness. You can massage it to a more comfortable feeling. Now, there's going to be, when you're going against the grain on your body, that's normally the makeup of how you've been, you know, the vibrations and the neurological, how you react to things and how you think and what triggers certain thoughts and feelings and emotions and how you react and how you feel has to take time. It takes time to get to your body. Your body has to evolve too. So when it comes to your senses and your feel, touch, hear, whatever, listen, there is natural human instincts that are been with us for thousands and thousands and centuries. It's been naturally programmed into us in our DNA. And when you unlock some of those and you start realizing, why am I feeling this way? Well, because for generations and generations, you haven't been practicing this. And all of a sudden, if you start now, like I say, practice FreshAir's program, you know, like mindfulness and God and finding your inner core and your generational curses, no more. When you start understanding, you start feeling a certain way, and you start understanding, okay, if I'm feeling uncomfortable right now, I might have to step back for a second. You know what I'm saying? Not for long, but from the material you're listening to or learning from. Now, hear me out. I'm going to give you some good stuff every day. I'm going to try my best to speak with clarity and understanding with freestyle from the channeled energy that I get and the magnetized energy. I want to give you the best me. And the best way to do that is be authentic. And so, as you progress in life, when you're seeing a moment that you need to step away for a second, just a second, we have to understand we can't rely on one source for sometimes that clarity. We have to gradually grab energy from other sources. Then you start learning, like, whoa, when I grab energy, I also give energy. I also can affect other people. So it's kind of like dropping seeds everywhere you go, while you're watching, while you're seeing, while you're commenting or whatever. You will see that all of it will make sense eventually to you. But once you become aware of being present in the moment, that's when you can unlock the understanding. Like, sometimes I gotta step away, right? So being obsessed, I hate to say that. I hate to say obsessed. I should say not even worship, but there's a siren for somebody that's a confirmation for somebody. You can slow down to be your best self when you start realizing what makes you you. And that the makeup of who you are doesn't have to be defined by your past. How does that look? Okay, so in this moment, you can literally unplug the past, unplug the future, unplug the moment, and literally take away all the cord leaves, all the thoughts, and focus. I do this every day. I do it on most of my readings and talks. All the time I create material. I am locked in, channeled in. And yes, my ego self comes out and speaks too. Now, there's sensitivities in my body that I have to understand exist. And I can't ignore that. I mean, could you imagine that you have enough neurons and nerve endings and all that around your body that can go around the earth like a one time or something like that? I mean, it's crazy. The amount of veins you have in your body. I mean, you know what I mean? Like when you start really breaking down your body, start feeling the natural senses that you have. Hearing, touch, taste, smell, listen, visualize. Feel the higher vibrations. Clear your thoughts and clear your mind. Now, I do suggest watching my material, but at the same time, I also say that watch with caution, or listen with caution. Depending on how you feel and how you go into that day or that process of learning, whatever the material I might have, can be very, very, very triggering. And I have to warn you for that. And I understand that I could be consumed in my own material. That's truth. If you guys want the truth, I'm consumed in my material too, because this is all credited from the divine spirit realm, the divine counterpart. You know what I'm saying? The light within our soul. I want you to breathe. I watched your material, your videos, and I was consumed by yours too. And I want you to not rush through your videos, but I want you to really get, if you can get longer on your readings, that would be good. I can see the longevity of your emotions. But if I get it, if we have anxiety when it comes to sharing, I understand. Well, that's why I'm here. I'm here to help. And I'm sorry I triggered people. And I get you feeling a certain way, and sometimes people feel like it's a curse. And it's not. I don't try to purposely get people addicted to my material or what I talk about, my content. It is very interesting because there is no comparisons if you look around the world. I'm sorry. At this very moment, have you seen somebody like myself with music and discernment and speak with clarity and be a chosen one with the understanding of struggles and trials and tribulations, and made it through it all, and can teach you solutions to also better your life, and not only in your life, but your friend's life, your parents' life, and break generational curses? Yes, I would be addicted to. We are at the turning point of a great legacy coming. A moment in time where we have to believe. We don't have to, but we come to understand that there's a power greater than ourselves at hand here. And divine timing is the one that's going to determine where we go from here. And that's just gratitude and being patient. Trust in the process. Trust in God's divine timing. Trust in the opportunities that will be presented to yourself